You now join us for the 20-metre grocery bag dash. Chris and Katie of Team USA in position. And they're off. Here comes the first bag. Yes, he takes that one well. Second and third, great delivery from Katie there. Oh, that one hurt though for Chris. Here comes another bag. It's doing very well. Oh, the bottle's on the fingertips. And then in the mouth as well. He's off though, being applauded by Katie. Oh, he's down, but he's back up on his feet. And there's the tape! He's through it! He's done it! Oh, the joy on that young man's face! What a team! They've just won gold for Team USA! Have you ever seen anything like this in sport?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and I'm documenting my journey to lose 100 pounds. In today's video, I get to do my very first grocery haul. I'm very excited about it. This is really what got me into watching YouTube in the first place. I watched a lot of grocery hauls. I used to do Weight Watchers, and there's a girl named Amanda Lewis that I used to watch constantly. She does a lot of grocery hauls and they're just super fun to watch. So I'm really excited that I get to do my own. So I'm just gonna get right into it because I've got a bunch of cold stuff that's been out, so I need to get it back in the fridge. So I'm gonna do that stuff first. This week for breakfast, Chris is gonna be having meal prepped breakfast burritos, and I'm gonna be doing a vegetable omelet. So for us to be able to make that, these are really noisy. We have some eggs, and of course, egg whites. And then because Chris has a lot more calories to eat than I do, well, I guess it's not a lot, but since he has more calories than me, he gets to eat things that aren't necessarily diet. So he is going to have the Mission burrito size flour tortillas for his burritos. And so in the burritos, other than the eggs, he is going to have this reduced fat Fiesta blend cheese that we got from Walmart, and Canadian bacon. This is the best one that I've found, so we're gonna use that one. And he is also going to have some hash browns in them. So those sound pretty good. And then for lunch, we're going to be doing our regular like soup and sandwich, but I'm gonna do it a little bit different. I'm gonna have a lettuce wrap instead of having any bread. But I wanted to show you my bread because I talk about it a lot. So this is actually the brand of bread that I get. It's almost gone because I didn't need to buy any more, so I didn't. But this is that Nichols 35 calorie bread that I'm constantly talking about. But in the sandwiches, we're going to have cheese. So we got the Sargento ultra thin cheese, and some oven roasted deli turkey breast. This one's really good. It's probably still processed, but it feels a little bit less processed than some lunch meat can, so I like getting this one. I'm not really sure if it's better, but it tastes better to me. And then for snacks, of course, we're gonna continue to do our yogurts. Mine's not spun around the right way, but here you go. All right, so for dinner this week, because I decided I didn't wanna cook, we are doing just pre-cooked rotisserie chicken. And then we are gonna have some mashed potatoes. These are really good and they're not too bad in calories. So we're gonna have that. And then with that, we're gonna have a salad, but I'll show you that stuff in just a minute. Usually with breakfast, Chris has coffee. I occasionally do, but most of the time I just have my protein shake. This is my favorite coffee, the Starbucks Cinnamon Dolce. And then Chris's coffee is the Starbucks Mocha. And then in his coffee, or mine, we always use the sugar-free Italian sweet cream. You don't have to use any sweeteners with it because it's already pretty sweet, and it's only 15 calories per tablespoon, so it's pretty low compared to other creamers. And then with like toast or anything like that, we always use the I can't believe it's not butter spray. It says that it's 0 calories, but it's really not. You wanna make sure that you're counting anything that's like 5 calories or less, I think it is, they get to round down to 0. So I always count it when I do like 12 sprays, I count it as 1 gram of fat or 9 calories, just to make sure that I'm actually counting something for it. I'm gonna go ahead and put the cold stuff away because that's all the cold stuff now. All right, so now that I've got all the cold stuff out of the way, I'm gonna go through all the pantry items that I brought up. Since this is the first one that I'm doing, I have a lot of stuff that I didn't necessarily buy this week, but I wanted to show anyway, just because I thought it would be helpful to show what kind of stuff I use. We always, when we are doing anything taco or Mexican style, or even just like eggs, like to put hot sauce on it. And this is like my favorite hot sauce. It's the Taco Bell hot sauce. And again, it says 0 calories, but I believe this one's actually 0. I think most hot sauces are actually 0. And then I just use regular old ketchup because I love ketchup on everything.
Because ketchup is life.
I've used the like lower sugar or lower sodium ketchups in the past, and I just don't like them as much, so I use regular. And then for like sandwiches or my lettuce wrap this week, I always use Hellmann's light mayonnaise. It's 35 calories for 1 tablespoon. I don't know how much regular mayonnaise is, but I imagine it's a lot more than that. And then I hate this stuff, but Chris loves mustard, so he uses this on his sandwiches. And then when we put salsa on things, I always tend to get this brand. I like this one a lot, but I do the mild cheese salsa, and Chris does the hot, because he likes spicy things. And I sort of do. Not quite as much though. And then for salads this week, for our side salads, I'm gonna be doing the classic Catalina from Kraft, I think it is. Yeah, but it's the light one. So it's 40 calories for 2 tablespoons. And Chris is gonna be doing the light ranch by Hidden Valley. This one's 60 calories per 2 tablespoons, sorry. And then sometimes we do an Asian style chicken with rice and stir-fry vegetables. And Chris uses this spicy Szechuan sauce with his, which is 25 calories per tablespoon. I was really excited when I saw that G. Hughes started making a sweet chili dipping sauce. I use this on my Asian food with, I use, I think, like 3 tablespoons of this one, and then 1 tablespoon of P.F. Chang's. I don't have any with me right now, but it's teriyaki sauce mixed together. It's really good. And then usually for breakfast, Chris has Greg Doucette's Anabolic French Toast, and he always has Miss Butterworth's sugar-free syrup on that. He really likes that syrup a lot. For lunch this week, because I decided I didn't feel like cooking, for our soup, instead of me actually making one, we have this Great Value chunky chicken noodle soup. I have gotten the actual chunky brand before, and we actually like this one better. There's more noodles and carrots and stuff in this one than in the chunky version. And this one's actually less calories than the chunky version too. So that's a good thing too. I wanted to show my, like, what sweeteners I usually use. So for anything like baking or iced tea or something that I might make, I use stevia in the raw. And I've got it in the big bag, and then I've also got the packets because sometimes it's just easier to use a packet. And then for brown sugar, I use this Truvia brown sugar blend. It's like half brown sugar and half stevia sweetener, so you can still use it in baking without it like being really strange. I guess sometimes it changes the texture of things, so that's a good one to get. Now I'm gonna go into what we eat for like snacks and stuff. Chris really loves these. We have gotten the actual Fiber One brownies before. These ones from Great Value are actually softer. They're the same amount of calories and the macros are all the same, but they're softer, so we like those better. Doesn't happen very often, but sometimes the generic brand is better than the original. And then, of course, everyone knows I'm obsessed with popcorn right now, so here's my popcorn. And in my video where I show the popcorn, I had all my flavors lined up, but I found a new one since then, so I wanted to show that one. It's this bacon cheddar. It's really good. My dad really likes this one. And then, of course, we always do a protein shake. I like the cafe latte one that I have with my breakfast, and then Chris does the chocolate version. And then I like to have pickles. I love pickles, and I especially love sweet pickles. So when I found that there were, Myers is a store that's near here, so this is their store brand of sweet pickles that are sugar-free. It says that they're 0 calories. I'm assuming that's probably not exactly correct, but they're super low in calories. So I just go ahead and count them at 0. And then there's also a bread and butter version of these that they are out of right now, so I'm a little sad I didn't get to get any of them for the video, but they are really, really good. And then for beverages, we usually just drink a lot of water, but I really love this juice. It is 5 calories for 8 ounces, and it's the Ocean Spray Diet Cran Grape Juice. I don't particularly love cranberry juice, but I love grape juice, and mixing the two together, you can't really taste the cranberry, so it's really good. I recommend that one a lot. And then in my water, sometimes I do put flavoring in there, and I like this pink lemonade that Great Value has. I buy like everything from Walmart, so everything's Great Value. And then I have this electrolyte blend. This one is the strawberry kiwi. It's really good. They've got a mixed berry one that's also very good. And then Chris usually does the regular lemonade by Country Time. And then the other drink that Chris drinks pretty much constantly is the Gatorade Zero. This one is Glacier Freeze. And of course it's 0 calories. And then for produce this week, I got some onion, peppers, and mushrooms that I am going to meal prep into little baggies. I'm gonna dice it all up and put them in measured out bags for my omelets in the morning. And then for my lettuce wraps, I'm gonna use iceberg lettuce. I saw on Skinny Taste website that she has a recipe for a wrap that I'm not gonna actually do, but in the recipe, she uses iceberg lettuce spread out on top of parchment paper and then rolls that up, and it looks a lot easier because I have a lot of problems making lettuce wraps. So I'm gonna try doing this. I'll link the video below so you can see it. The wraps look pretty good. For in the wraps, I've got some tomatoes, and then the lunch meat and cheese that I showed you earlier is gonna go in that. And then with our dinner, we're gonna do just simple side salads. We're gonna have romaine lettuce chopped up, and I got some little grape tomatoes to put in that. And then we'll use some of the Fiesta cheese and the dressings that you saw earlier for the salads. And then in Chris's yogurt, he likes to add in some strawberries. So we got strawberries to put in that. So that is everything. And you may notice that there is one thing missing. In my previous videos, basically every video that shows me eating, at the end of the video, I am eating a cone. And I didn't get any this week. There's a reason for that. I have decided to stop eating cones because they are trigger food for me. I very rarely make it through a day without eating 2 cones. I'm blushing. And in the past, I have, on occasion, eaten maybe more than 2 in one day. So I've decided that as much as I would love to eat ice cream every day, obviously, it's probably a good idea for me to take a little bit of a break, and so we are not getting cones right now. It's not exactly the most fun thing to talk about when you mess up, but I wanna make sure that what I am putting out for all of you to see is the truth, and this is what's going on. So I have a problem with ice cream, and so I'm just not gonna eat it right now. I think that's okay. It doesn't get easier the further I run. It gets harder to carry the weight of what I've done. I am speaking from experience. So even though I have eaten cones more than I should, it's obviously not completely derailed my progress. My progress has been slow, but not non-existent. So I haven't been like going like crazy and eating like a box of cones, which I could probably do, but it's probably just better for now for me to just not even have them around. There's a lot of things that I don't buy on purpose because I know that they're trigger foods for me, and like chips and candies and things like that, I wouldn't even buy them because I know that they're trigger foods for me. But I thought that maybe I could pretend like they weren't and we could just keep getting them and everything would be fine, but it's not. So I'm gonna stop getting them, and I do have another weigh-in coming up really soon. I think in 2 weeks I'm gonna be doing another weigh-in video where I do all my pictures and measurements. So be on the lookout for that. And next week is another low-calorie kitchen, so be on the lookout for that one as well. I keep looking down. What is going on? It's because all the food's here and I'm hungry. And I wanted to give a quick shout out to Matt of Voices of Matt. He is on Fiverr and he is the British commentator that helped us out with our intro today. So I just really want to thank him, and I will put a link to his Fiverr account down in the description so that you can check him out if you need him for any commentating needs or anything. I think that's everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the video here. Thanks so much for watching, and hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff for me. It means a lot. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. See ya.